Perfect.
We open this episode with the #1 contender to the FWF Super Women's Division Championship, Storm, making her way to the ring to cut a promo, and this is what she had to say. And I quote, "When I first got here, I'll admit, I didn't have the most impressive debut. I lost my first match, and then I failed to capture the television championship in my very next match. Opportunity after opportunity wasted. That was until I got a second chance. A second chance to prove my worth. A second chance to win you all over. And like lightning, I struck with vengeance. Now everyone has their windbreakers on, everybody's grabbing their umbrellas, and everybody's hiding inside from the storm that is coming, and that includes the champ, Jean Grey. But sooner or later, Jean will have to step outside because her house will be flooded by my rain." Strong words by Storm, and sooner or later she will have to confront Jean Grey, who is still not medically cleared to compete. But I assure you, eventually, before FWF Touchstone, they will have their moment to face off. But we move things to backstage, as there has been some infighting going on within the coalition led by Spider-Man and Android 18. Sasuke and Spider-Man had a falling out backstage. Apparently they're still in the same group together, but a scuffle between the two, because Sasuke believes that someone in their group should be holding a championship, and he blames Spider-Man for his faulty leadership, saying that Spider-Man losing the six-pack challenge was a huge hit to the group, and Sasuke doesn't think he should be the leader. Spider-Man says that Sasuke is only upset because he lost to Naruto, and as soon as he said that, Sasuke lost it and went right after Peter Parker. They brawled in the hallway, and then eventually they went into the locker room, trying to batter one another. It was insane. And it looked very one-sided in the beginning, but eventually Spider-Man would not hold back any longer, and he tried to give his best inch effort to turn things around against Sasuke. Now, no group is allowed to fight or allowed to defend a championship against one another until they've beaten everyone else outside of their group. But as you can see, these two aren't champions. So eventually, they're going to have to face off inside the ring. Right now, I don't think there's any coalition members on the card, and I don't think there were any on last week's card either. But there have been a few matches happening on minisodes where Raven and Harley Quinn were quite impressive in their tag team matchup, and now they'll both be having singles matches. Harley Quinn against Armika, and we also have Raven versus Starfire on the next minisode. But regardless, the action would continue. And surprisingly, nobody wanted to break it up, and I don't really blame them. I mean, you think about it, Deadpool would like to see a fight because of where he comes from. You got Sub-Zero, who also like to see a fight, and so would Vegeta. And I guess the females in the group were probably like, look, that's between them two, they'll hash it out. But eventually Android 18 was like, you two are gonna have to settle your differences at some point. We can't have this crap happening. But Android 18 would end up being confronted by Sakura. And of course, I suppose Sakura was siding with Sasuke as they have their relationship. But now we move on to the FWF Television Championship match. We have one every episode, so we're having one now. Sue Storm, the runner-up in the 10-woman Battle Royal, taking on the champion here. And she is accompanied to the ring by Storm. And I don't really blame Storm for joining her for this one. I assume the reason that Storm joined her for this is to make sure that Jean Grey didn't interfere, and if she did, she could get involved. Not only that, but it's also a great way to play mind games against the champion, where she's like, hey, everywhere you are, champ, I'm gonna be there, champ. Let's go, champ. We'll be eating, champ. 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 So Sue Storm looking to prove why she is fantastic. Elsa looking to prove why she is the queen of FWF. The only one with that title, queen. But right now she's just referred to as Elsa by Jean Grey until she earns Jean Grey's respect. I suppose being television champion isn't enough. I suppose it is expected of her to be able to defend it. She's had one successful title defense thus far against Princess Peach last week. Quite impressive. Will it be the same here against a technical wizard like Invisible Woman? I don't know, but we're definitely going to see. This is a one fall to a finish matchup, so disqualifications and countouts will favor the champion. I assume Sue Storm's goal is going to be to target the leg, and I think Jean Grey is far too prepared for that. No, Elsa. Yoshitsanga ringing the bell. Went for a knife-edge chop here early, but now they find themselves in the collar and elbow tie-up. And Sue Storm with the early advantage, and now a hammerlock, or early disadvantage. A hammerlock from Elsa. Now a hammerlock from Sue Storm, got her from behind. Okay, takes her down. Fujiwara armbar, perhaps. Doesn't really have it locked in just yet. Roll through by Sue Storm. What's that outside trip? Nice move. Went for a kick that gets countered into a dragon screw. We got a filling out process occurring right now, but eventually something's got to give because we still have to have a winner. Kick to the side. To her feet. We have another championship matchup later on with Yusuke taking on the White Ranger, aka Tommy Oliver, as we'll go back to that later on. That match will actually be an Extreme Rules match, and pins will have to happen inside the ring, unlike the first championship match that we saw, where it was Yusuke versus Goku. Haven't seen that before? It's an excellent matchup, and I recommend you check it out, despite me spoiling the results. Getting punished right now is Elsa with those overhands in the corner. Upside down, trio bow position, yep. And a drop kick. Elsa able to avoid that clothesline. Oh, that was a nice back elbow. Kick to the back as well. Dropping the knee, getting a nice little combination going now is Elsa. She has Sue Storm down. She's got to keep this momentum going, but as you can see, slowing down the pace a little bit. Being methodical, and now going to pick it up a bit. Going back to the top rope. Frog splash. Hooks the outside leg, but doesn't even get a 1 count. And that has to do with, or has a lot to do with, the damage that she's done so far in this match. She needs to do a lot more if she wants to keep Storm down, or Sue Storm down. That's interesting. Storm and Sue Storm. Imagine that being a tag team. Perhaps they will be somewhere down the line, but not right now, as they're both focused on singles gold. Knee to the sternum, that was nice. To the corner. Up top, this looks like trouble. Oh man, that was like a forearm to the neck. Oh my good, Sue Storm's wild ride going for a pin. 1, 2, it's not enough. Gotta refocus here, Sue. You're really close to winning this one. Wrapping up the legs. Inverted figure 4, look at that, it's locked in deep. Elsa's arms may be too short to reach the ropes, as you can see. And she is taking some tremendous damage to those legs. The more damage she takes to the legs, it's going to be really hard for her to perform the icebreaker, but she's able to find an escape right there, as she needed to. Oh, half and half. Oh, she flips out of it. That looks bad. Oh no. Oh, went for a spinning heel kick, and again that gets avoided. Government suplex now on Elsa. Down she goes. Sue Storm. Top rope. Elsa's down. Elsa won't quickly back up. Oh, she shouldn't have gone for that dive, and she got drilled with a very European uppercut. And it's just a 2 count, fortunately, for the challenger. I don't think Elsa is done just yet. Gonna follow up now. But with what? Irish whip into the corner. Here comes Elsa. Counter by Sue Storm. Big right hand. Over the top rope, Elsa hangs on. And drop kick. Sue finally turning things around, getting a lot of momentum going. Thrown to the outside. Storm can't get involved here. Baseball slide, drops the champ. In definite trouble. The most trouble she's been in thus far in her reign, and it's awfully too soon for her to be in trouble like this. Awfully too soon in her reign for people to be noticing weaknesses like Sue Storm has, and perhaps it could be over right here. Into the corner now. She's going to go for Sue Storm's wild ride once again. I don't blame her for going for it again. He'll probably win the matchup, but yeah, Elsa has a counter for it this time around. Kick to the gut. Here comes the icebreaker, and she got it perfectly. Great ring positioning. Outside leg hook. Yoshisuke for the count. And we still have Elsa as our television champion. So we open with a championship match. We're going to close with a championship match. But up next, #1 contenders tag team match between the Cold Ones and Youth. Young Midoriya and Naruto looking to become #1 contenders against Deadpool and Sub-Zero.